This is a special Dirt Day edition of CFN Nightly News with your anchor, Bakko. CFN News Network. We talk, you listen.
Tonight on this special edition of CFN News, Ace Frehley to Paul Stanley. Apologize in 7 days or else. Those 7 days have passed. No apology from Paul Stanley. Will Ace Frehley unleash the dirt that he promised on the Eddie Trunk Show? Will Paul Stanley regret not taking advantage of the 7 days Ace gave him to apologize? Does Gene Simmons abide by the 3-second rule when he drops food on the floor? We cover all this and more with your news anchor, Bakko. Thanks for tuning in to the CFN Nightly News, where we talk and you listen. A special Dirt Day edition of CFN. I'm your anchor, Bakko. 1 week ago, former Kiss guitarist Ace Frehley appeared on the Eddie Trunk Show. Among the many bombshells to come out of the interview was an ultimatum from Ace to former bandmate Paul Stanley. Apologize and officially retract the piss remark in 7 days, or Ace will share some dirt on Paul and longtime hetero life partner Gene Simmons that will end both of their careers. Today we are joined by our lead Ace Frehley correspondent LC Fox, as well as our man on the street LC Jr., who is at the site of the locked cabinet containing the 120-page manifest Frehley claims includes dirt on Simmons and Stanley. We start with LC. LC, the 7 days have passed. What's the latest on the apology from Mr. Stanley?
No apology to speak of as of yet. No word of any kind from the Stanley camp. It's almost as if he went on vacation and just enjoyed his life.
LC, if Frehley's intentions are truly to leverage dirt he has on Simmons and Stanley at the risk of their careers, isn't his timing a little suspect as they are mere months away from retirement?
It truly is baffling. When you factor in it was Frehley who scored the highest on the band IQ test in the late 70s, it almost makes you wonder if an IQ test is an accurate measurement of intelligence.
Listening to the interview, it often reminded me of phone calls I have with my 83-year-old mother.
Very much so, Bakko. He often sounded confused by what can only be described as rudimentary comments from Trunk. I doubt very much that either Trunk or Frehley would do well in an episode of Celebrity Jeopardy.
I'm actually being told we have Mr. Frehley on the phone. Mr. Frehley, thanks for giving us a few minutes of your time.
Thanks for having me.
Ace, Kiss was recently on the Howard Stern show, and you took umbrage with remarks Paul had to say.
I didn't take anything.
No. Sorry. Took umbrage, which means...
Under a bridge? Like the song from those guys with the socks on their dicks? I never stole that.
Let me rephrase.
Listen, I never stole anything from those guys. I want you to pay attention. You have 7 days to retract that statement and apologize to me, or my lawyer knows what to do.
Okay, let me do that.
He's a big shot. He handles Metallica, Barry White, Cosby, all the big shots.
I apologize, Ace. You never stole anything from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I'm not in Kiss anymore. That's Tommy.
Yes, Tommy Thayer.
He used to get me sandwiches.
Can you hear me okay?
I punched him in the face once.
Let's see if we can fix that connection, shall we?
Paul Stanley likes magic.
It seems we may have had a bit of a bad connection with Mr. Frehley. We'll see if we can work that out. In the meantime, let's go live to LC Jr., who is outside the locked building containing the 120-page manifest, the contents of which Frehley has alleged has information that would be damaging to Simmons and Stanley's careers, or in the words of Mr. Frehley, it would end them. Frehley has stated that he has given his lawyer strict instruction. Were anything untimely to happen to him, these papers are to be released to the New York Times, TMZ, and the Rock Soldiers Fan Club quarterly newsletter. We now take you live to our blackmail correspondent, LC Jr., who is at the Frehley residence. LC Jr., describe the scene for us.
Thanks, Bakko, and hello to everyone listening. I'm standing outside the locked building. It's basically a small garden shed in his backyard. It has a sign on it that reads, Silly Safe. There's no lock on it, so I just opened the door and walked in.
Do you see the manifest?
Well, there's no light, so it's difficult to see clearly. I can tell you, the floor is sticky, and I can make out something about the size of a large hat that is shaped like a pyramid. Hold on, what's this? I found a box that has some writing on it. It says vibrating eggs.
We'll come back to you. LC, the 7 days have passed and still no apology from Stanley. Any word from Frehley?
Not as of yet. We are monitoring the Eddie Trunk Show on SiriusXM for any updates, but as of now, nothing to report.
Any idea what we can expect as far as the dirt he plans to expose on Simmons and Stanley?
Well, he mentioned on his first appearance that Kiss fired their wig guy. So maybe something along those lines?
Hold on. I'm told we have Frehley back on the phone. Maybe we will indeed clear this up live on the air. Mr. Frehley, welcome back. Apologies for the bad connection. Glad to get you back. Are you ready to share your dirt on Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley? Ace? Ace? Can he hear us?
Hello?
Ace, glad to have you back. Sorry about that.
I'm looking for a blonde with big boobs, preferably not Jewish.
I don't think we're going to get much out of Ace. Let's go back to LC Jr. to see if we have any developments from the silly safe.
Bakko, I'm getting a bit uneasy. I just touched on something that I can best describe as large, squishy latex. That box of vibrating eggs has been vibrating ever since I picked it up. And I'm not sure if I should be alarmed by the smell, but I think a chunk of my hair just fell out. I'd like to leave.
We'll be right back with you. LC, any theories as to why? Hold on. Really? Again? I'm told we have Frehley on the phone again. Ace, welcome back. Apparently we're going to try this once again.
Listen to me. If anything happens to me, my lawyer knows what to do.
What are you...
He represents Leif Garrett. He don't fuck around. Got that, Curly?
I'm sorry. What do you think is going to happen to you?
Gene fucked Kirstie Alley without a rubber.
Oh, dear God. I'd like to take a moment to apologize for the shame this broadcast has brought upon my family and my ancestors. I will be drinking heavily tonight. LC, any theories as to why we haven't heard one word from Stanley these past 7 days?
I don't know, man. Maybe he doesn't listen to Eddie Trunk?
LC Jr., any developments from the silly safe?
Guys, there's something alive in here. Maybe an animal, maybe not. And I think I just broke a plaster cast of Ace's penis. Is that an autographed copy of Mein Kampf? I'm getting out of here.
Well, that would seem to do it. Dirt Day turned out to be a giant nothing burger. Any last-minute developments from the Kiss or Frehley camp, LC?
Huh? I'm sorry. I was reading Elon Musk tweets.
Okay, thanks to LC Fox and LC Jr. Stay tuned to CFN for any breaking update on the Dirt Day scandal. I am Bakko signing off for CFN, where we talk and you listen. This has been a special Dirt Day edition of the CFN Nightly News. And remember, rock is not dead.
You can hear it squirming around in Ace's Silly Safe.
This has been a special Dirt Day edition of CFN Nightly News with your anchor, Bakko, leading Ace Frehley correspondent LC Fox, and blackmail correspondent LC Jr. Head on over to cobrasandfire.com for all breaking news related to Dirt Day and other really, really, really stupid and unimportant news. CFN, we talk, you listen.